guys, so I kind of look like shit right now, but I just wanted to hurry up and put this video up really quick before everything goes out of my head. So as you guys know, I just got back from Tulum. Mexico is one of like 10 places that doesn't require anything to travel there. Just like fill out a questionnaire. So I went to Tulum with some friends, and I had to post this video because so many people are going to Tulum right now that I just feel like I want to warn you guys on how not to get robbed and scammed in Tulum, because we definitely got robbed by the police. And a second time it almost happened again with my cousin on the way back to the airport. So I just wanted to give you guys some really quick tips on how to avoid that. So the very first thing, when you first land in Tulum, first of all, it's like 2 hours away. So I would highly suggest that you rent a car, because if not, if you just take a shuttle, it's so fucking far. It's like 2 hours away. I think the shuttles are like $300 to get there if you take a shuttle. Now, if you rent a car, look at all the reviews for the car rental places. We went with Easy Way Car Rental. The cars are actually free, and all you do is just pay for the insurance, which really didn't turn out to be that much, and they don't fuck you at the end. Even the big name rental car places like Hertz and stuff like that, when you bring back the car, they try to like do little shady shit. So when you rent the car, take your phone, make sure they see you, video around the entire car, inside of the car, outside of the car, make sure that they mark everything on that sheet. And then when you return the car, make sure to video it, make sure that they see you doing that again, make sure that you show them the sheet, make sure that they see that you're videoing everything again. That will help you not get charged like $1,500. I don't know. I read like a bunch of different horror stories about like people getting charged like $1,500 or like $1,000. And they're saying like, oh, you caused this dent or whatever, some shit that was already there. So do that. That's the very first thing. All right. Second thing, as you're driving, the speed limit changes so fucking fast. It'll go from like 100 kilometers down to like 60 kilometers, 40 kilometers, back up to 80, right back down to 40. Follow that shit, because if they catch you speeding, that is your ass. They will come and they're going to try to take your money. And if you don't give them any money, you are going to jail, where they have ATMs and you will give them money. So anyways, on our way to Chechen, which is like I don't even know if I'm saying it right, but it's like a ancient Mayan ruin. Now in between there and Tulum is like a 2-hour drive. So in between there's a checkpoint. I didn't know that those were two different states. So it's like Quintana Roo or something like that. And then like Yucatan. I don't know. It's two different states though. I thought it was all the same state. I had no idea that we were crossing state lines. So we crossed state lines. When you cross that state line, there's like, it's literally like a one lane this way, one lane that way, right? There's cones that are set up, and they have like a little stop sign, and the police are right there. This is where we got jacked by the police. So, they asked for our driver's license. I gave them I was driving. I gave them my driver's license. They asked for the registration. I gave them the registration. Then they asked to pop the trunk. So I popped the trunk. And at first I was like, okay, because you know, in America, like if you pop the trunk and if you go back there, like the police are like gonna get mad, or I don't know, whatever. I don't even know if it's allowed, but maybe it is. I don't know, but like they usually tell you to stay in the car. So we kind of stayed in the car at first, and then I was like, fuck that. They be jacking money. Our money is back there. Like we have to go. So I went back there, and he had already went through like 2 portions of my purse. Where those 2 portions he had taken the money out of, which only ended up being like $100. It was like 60 in American cash, and then like 40 in the equivalent of $40 in pesos. So he only got like $100. When I walked back there, he was like, oh yeah, you can come. And he was really nice and he was really polite about it. Probably because he already felt like he had got the money. I was like, what are you looking for? He said, I'm looking for guns, drugs, and weapons. I wish I had my purse. It's actually in the living room. My purse is about this big. It's like a little small. I don't bring my Louis bags or anything like that. with me on vacation when I'm going somewhere that people are poor, because like, why? It doesn't make sense. I also suggest that you don't bring your Louis bags. There's no reason to. My homegirl actually got her Louis bag, not on this trip, but another trip. She got robbed for her money and they took her Louis bag. So anyways, on this trip, they took my money. When I walked back there and when he went through the other bags, one of my friends actually had like $500 in cash. And since I was standing there, he didn't take it. But if I was not standing there, he would took it. If he was a different cop, honestly, he could have took it. And all we could have did was just been like, thank you for letting us go. Like, even though we didn't do anything wrong, thank you for politely robbing us. So this is my suggestion. We put our stuff in the trunk because we had just came from like the cenotes, like the little water hole or whatever. And we, didn't want to leave stuff in the car. So when you leave out, if you're going to, a pyramid, if you're going to a water hole, wherever you're going to the beach, put your stuff in the trunk. When you get back in the car, you have to take your stuff out of the car and put it in the car with you. Now, for your money, keep your money separate. If you're driving, I honestly suggest that you keep your money on you, put it in your bra, put it in your underwear, something like that. And then have like $10 separate in your purse or $10 separate, in like the console or somewhere in your pocket. So, and then when they ask you for money, you can be like, this is all I have. And you can give that to them. And then they hopefully will leave you alone. If you be like, this is all the money I have, instead of them taking fucking $500 or $100, you could just make it seem like I just gave you all my money. I'm so sorry, because you pulled me over for absolutely nothing. That's my suggestion. If you keep your stuff in the trunk, they're going to get your ass like they got me. So I know now for future reference, don't keep my stuff in the trunk. My cousin got stopped on the way to the airport. Her phone was in her bag and she said they pulled her over, and this is all on the same trip. They pulled her over and said that she was on her phone, which she wasn't because it was in her bag. She said that he asked her for money and she said, I don't have any money, no tango dinero. And he wrote on his phone, because he didn't really speak English, I guess. So he wrote on his phone and showed her like, that's fine, I'll take you to the police station. You can pay there. She was like, I'm gonna miss my flight, I can't. Anyways, she started crying, like fake crying, and they let her go. So she was like, I don't have any money, I'm gonna miss my flight home, I'm gonna be stuck here, blah, 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 blah. The tears worked, they let her go. So if you got a fake cry, shit, I would probably be real crying, real shit. What else? Oh, okay. So I told you guys about the rental car scheme, about the cops. Also when you're walking on the beach, they target guys more than they do girls, but they also rob you on the beach. So once again, keep your money separate, because you want to be able to give something, but you don't want all your fucking, like if you are carrying, I would not suggest to carry any large amounts of cash anyway. There is, for whatever reason now down there, probably something to do with Donald Trump, but now there is like an extra 4%. If you use dollars instead of using pesos, they charge you like an extra 4% on top of anything that you pay, to pay in American dollars. So keep that in mind. You might want to get pesos. If you use an ATM, use like an actual real ATM. I think it's like Santar Bank or something like that, or it's something like that. It's like red and white. And then there's a blue and white one down there, I forget, but those are like real actual banks. You want to get your money from there, not from some other little shady ass place. Mask. That shit like don't exist down there. So make sure to keep your shit on, okay? Make sure to keep it on, because you don't want to come back positive. Like literally we had to walk out of a bar because like none of the servers had on masks. None of the people inside had on masks. And it was like a fucking hookah bar. I was like, how disgusting is this? So we walked out. So if you're like super scared of COVID, Tulum is probably not the place for you to go. So those are just my little tips on how to avoid from getting robbed in Tulum. And I hope that that has helped some of you guys. And really that's just like how to not get robbed by the police. Besides that, it's really safe, honestly. I felt safe though. The scariest part is probably the police. And just be careful when you're driving from Cancun to Tulum, or Tulum to Yucatan, or whatever the fuck, wherever the Chechen pyramid is. So I hope this has helped. Y'all be safe out there and have fun, and wear your damn mask, because you will catch the shit, period. Okay.